We're over here in West Town, Chicago at 1953 West Chicago Ave in a new concept featuring food from the Midwest and the Great Lakes region. I'm talking about farm fresh vegetables, locally sourced meats, freshwater fish. And executive chef John Dahlstrom, he's cooking up some classic and reimagined flavors that I guarantee you haven't had yet. We had the privilege of doing the food service design with owner Connor O'Byrne, and we're here today to give you a little behind the scenes look. Let me introduce you to NETTARE. When we enter the space, we're invited by the specialty market and bottle shop, a really beautifully curated list of spirits over here, specialty products. We have our first piece of equipment, the FLM 27 from True, really beautiful merchandiser, LED lighting throughout, cantilevered shelves, really nice piece to have up front. True's like the biggest manufacturer of merchandisers in the world. They do it right. Let's head back to our beverage station and draft coffee behind this counter. Over here we have our glass tender C1 SB28 side serviced front breathing unit that powers our draft coffee station. We have a nice drop-in ice bin from BK Resources, and last but not least, our hand sink. Two different ways to do a hand sink. You can either go drop-in or you can go undermount. Especially for front of house applications, I love to do undermount, just a much nicer fit and finish, build it into the aesthetic of the counter here. And then lastly, our faucet. When we're front of house, we don't like to go standard faucets. Do a nice vanity faucet so you kind of feel warm and welcomed and almost like you're in your home. Now, let me show you the good stuff. Come on, come on. As we head down the hallway, I can assure you this is no walk of shame. Not when you have this to look forward to. Beautiful open kitchen, chef's counter, so warm in the design, it feels like you're in someone's home kitchen ready to eat a meal. Now we find ourselves in the dining room, and this is where your heart truly opens with the natural elegance of this room. The brick, the wood, the stone, the plants, the live wall beside me here, and maybe the most important feature, the skylights above me that absolutely drench this room in sunlight. You honestly feel like you're outside and you're inside. But let's talk about the showpiece of this room, the cocktail bar. All right, it's design time. Let's talk design and equipment spec. Starting here, we have the Perlick BBS 60 back bar cooler. 2 drawers, 1 door. Most important thing here is set up by the manufacturer for field lamination. Whenever we can, we like to integrate our back bar coolers into the framing, into the design of the back bar, so you get a built-in look with modular units. That's number 1. Next, hey, when we don't have any more space on our main level for back bar coolers, why not go upstairs and do a second tier? This is the Perlick HC24F glass chiller. We can fit 86 pieces of glassware in here. Great air circulation, beautiful for glass chilling. Moving on down the line, we have our first station. We knew in this bar we wanted 1 main cocktail station, but we needed more utility. We needed more storage. So we ran 2 drain boards here. Both fit your 20 by 20 inch glass racks, drain board top, hand sink, and trash. Again, all utility, no drink making here. Moving again down the line, we get to our next back bar cooler. This is the BBS 84, 84-inch length, 3-door back bar cooler from Perlick. Again, set up for field lamination, so we get that really nice built-in look. Over on this side, we have our Cuisine water station. There's a couple different ways to do chilled water in our bar or in our restaurant at beverage stations. We can either piecemeal it together by doing a separate carbonator and cold plate on our ice bin and what have you, or we can go with Cuisine, which is an all-in-one, totally integrated system, recirculating pump, we're filtering water, we're chilling water, none of the extra stuff is needed, and we can run out to our faucets wherever we want them. Fantastic unit, fantastic company. As we continue on down the line, we have our BBS 36 back bar cooler, 36-inch length, field lamination. Now, importantly, when we want to draft beer in our bar and we don't have the building conditions or the space to run it out of a keg cooler and run a full glycol system, we can run a direct draw system. And the nice thing about direct draw, it can actually be customized into the bar top. All we need to do is cut a hole in the countertop, cut a hole in the back bar cooler, install an insulated sleeve. Where are you looking? Where are you at? Come on, eyes on me. You know how this goes. You know how this goes. Carrying on. We drill a hole in the top, drill a hole in the cooler, put an insulated sleeve in, and now we've got a beautifully integrated built-in draft system. No glycol unit needed. Fantastic. Keeping coming down the line, we've got the Perlick DZS60. DZ stands for dual zone. We've got 2 different temperatures running in our drawers on the left and in our drawers on the right. You can go 36 inches for standard refrigeration, 45 degrees on white wine, or we can go red wine as well, and you can mix and match those temperatures however you want from one section to the next. But the key to this bar is the cockpit station you see here, the Tobin Ellis signature station. Let's take you through it. We have our main well, we have our bottle well, we have our ice vault, which holds our large format specialty ice cubes. This is actually a mini freezer with a condensing unit underneath. We have our utility station over here, dump sink, glass rinser, tool caddy, additional bottle rack on the right, and then we have our speed rails with the nice radius, so I really feel like I'm inside the cockpit. This is all about maximizing speed, this is all about maximizing profitability, and this is all about having everything the bartender needs at arm's length without having to move for anything. Last piece to this station, this is our BBS 36C. This is our drink and prep station here, refrigerated drawers inside for all of our bar fruits, all of our accoutrements, all of our mixers. We're talking about shelf life, fruit lasting longer, a higher quality product that we're gonna put out to the customer. And hey, look at this. Look at a little minty here. Looks great. It's minty. It's nice. I feel like I'm like brushing my teeth right now or something. This is great. And you know how we do it? We save the best for last. This is where the magic happens. Come check out the kitchen with me. Come on, come with me. We're gonna start right here with the Jade KC36 RAD. What does that spell? Rad, because this thing is friggin' rad. Remember Rad, 1986 BMX movie, Crew Jones, Hell Track? I ride from me. This thing is fantastic. 36-inch radiant broiler, clamshell hoods on top. You can charbroil on this thing, you can cold smoke on this thing, but the coolest part about it is the integrated smoke box underneath that smolders wood chips to give you that beautiful wood essence flavor in your product, in your meat, without cooking on live fuel. Chef is actually using shells from his pecans that he gets locally. Pecans? Pecan? Is it? I'm not sure. Pecan doesn't sound very appetizing. We're going with pecan. Pecans in the smoke box, beautiful essence into the product. He's also finishing his leg of lamb. When you come to NETTARE, I highly recommend getting the leg of lamb. It's some of the best lamb you'll ever meet. It gets finished on this charbroiler. The textures and the flavors are fantastic. Jade chipwood broiler. Moving on down the line, we have more Jade. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. Jade Titan Heavy Duty Series French top range. 3 18-inch French tops, 54-inch wide. We love French tops because they're super versatile on the top. You're able to get away from the heat with your pots and your pans, with the heat being focused in the center and then dissipating out. Beautiful heavy-duty piece of equipment, convection oven integrated underneath, cabinet storage over here on the right. Again, another piece of Jade. This is our 48-inch cheese melter. Not just any cheese melter. This is open side and undermount rack kit specified. Say that 10 times fast. It's about the little modifications we can make to pieces of equipment that just make it so much more functional in the kitchen, so much more functional for the chef and their team. Beautiful piece. Moving on down, we've got a custom fabricated stainless steel cabinet from Michigan Diversified. Hey, if we can draw it, we can fabricate it. Fantastic. Over here, we've got the Pitco SG14. This is their Solstice series, Solstice burners. This is honestly one of the flagship fryers of the Pitco line. High production, beautiful piece. Now, last, but certainly not least, is our Unox Mind Maps XAVC chef top unit combi oven. Super versatile. You can do almost anything in these things, but the most important thing that you should know is we're talking about an 18 by 26-inch sheet pan capacity cavity and only a 34-inch footprint. Most other combi ovens on the market are going to be 42 inches wide. We don't always have 42 inches in our kitchens for something that big, but we can find 34 inches, and that's what we did here. Absolutely beautiful piece of equipment. Chef isn't even buying bread anymore. All his breads are coming out of here. And pro tip, listen to me now, I'm telling you, you order the tagliatelle, you get it with the heirloom tomato puttanesca sauce, and you get the focaccia bread out of the combi, and you just friggin' dip the bread in the bowl and eat the sauce. Delicioso. And chef gives that puttanesca a little kick, so he'll give you a little kick in the tuchus. Over here, we have our Continental. We love Continental. Why? Flexibility. This is the RA68 side mount compressor on the left side. We've got the drawer over the compressor compartment, unique to the industry. No one is doing this. Continental does it. 4 drawers, left and right, super heavy duty, super heavy drawers. You can bang on them all day, and they're gonna keep up with it. RA68. Over here, RA43, same unit, a little bit smaller. Again, side mount compressor, doors on this one, and we finish off with the SWF27 freezer. Again, 2 drawers. Small footprint, but we made this a mighty kitchen. It would not be possible without great design and all the modifications that these manufacturers give us on this equipment. You've got to taste the flavors and the textures that come off of this stuff. All right, one more thing, I promise. Come on, come with me. When we talk about doing a lot in a small space, this prep room is where it's at. 6x6 AmeriCooler walk-in. We're getting a ton of storage in a small space. Large John Boos extra deep work table, open base underneath, ingredient bins, ice machine, sheet pan rack, everything we need. On our first tier of shelving, I really like doing a pot rack bar because we can hang all of our tools and utensils, and it's a great utilization of storage space that wouldn't otherwise be utilized. I don't like doing it on the second tier because I like to maintain as much storage capacity on the top of the first shelf as we can. Countertop appliances, extra deep. We're getting a lot done in a small amount of space. We've got a freezer capacity over here, shelving unit over here, and then in warewash, when we don't have a lot of linear feet to work with for a large 3-compartment sink, we can utilize a nice corner sink. This is a corner 3-compartment from Advanced Tabco, 20 by 20 inch bowls, great sink. And then again, we hit our wall shelves all the way across, flanking our pre-rinse faucet with the pot rack bar on the first shelf. We're giving the chef and his team so many different options. We're getting a lot done in a small space. This is NETTARE. Come for the food, come for the cocktails, stay for the mint.